Alright, I'm back. I like to make YouTube videos of some of my streams and I'm playing RPGs like this, so I just saved the whole hour of gameplay that we just had, and I'm gonna start uploading that late. Uploading and editing it, I mean. Just trying to get more people to check out my channel. Maybe I'll get lucky and get an income somehow.
Want to get going?
Another login bonus? Thank you so much.
Where the resource center is.
All right.
That reminds me.
Your sling is a lot more than just a pea shooter these days. Perfect for taking the fight to a monster, grapple onto the beast, and clobber to your heart's content, or until your stamina runs out. Try for yourself. I know there was a quest for getting some claw combat somewhere. Learning the clutch. Makes me sound like I'm trying to learn how to drive manual on a car. Upgrade stuff. Neither of those. Okay, so I'm gonna have to fight the Jagras more. I am aware of that. Now, for forging armor. Do I have anything? Nope, not yet. But that's okay. Customized bow guns. You can do this for heavy and light bow guns. You can add mods to them to help them do just a little bit more damage, or help your reload speed, or depending on which bow gun you have, you can either add an evading thing, which helps you sort of be able to reload while dodging if it's a light bow gun, or if you're using a heavy bow gun like we are, you can add a shield to it. That helps in the sense that in case you need to protect yourself when using a slow weapon, you now have a shield attached to the nose of your gun. I'll use that first. Because both the metal bowgun and the bone bowgun have two different special attacks. The heavy bowgun is more or less the sort of a minigun special move, as opposed to the bone bowgun, which is a sniper move.
Oh, you are too good to me. Don't let me down.
Register bounties. You get a lot of stuff depending on you can do a lot of different quests and stuff down here depending on things you do, like farming for plants or going through bone piles, which we're going to be doing a lot of for one of the weapons we got. Hunting larger monsters or culling smaller monsters. All right.
Let's get this expedition underway. Meet me at the gate. Right now, we're in Asteria. If you want to go on an expedition, open your world map and choose your destination. For this expedition, we need to head to the ancient forest. We can expand expeditions as we delve further into the new world. Pretty good incentive to explore, right?
Oh, another thing that we need to get that I just remembered. I don't want to forget that. Since we're going to be doing a lot of running around a lot for like a sort of free expedition sort of thing, we are going to be getting all the materials we need to make traps and trank bombs to capture monsters. I bought 2. The heck? So, as we're going to find out when we sort of go into this, the difference between an expedition and a quest. A quest, you have a certain time limit to be there, and you can only get knocked out or have your health bar go down X amount of time. X amount of times before it's game over, and you have to go all the way back to Astera, the city of boat wrecks that we were just at. Or for an expedition, you can get knocked out as many times as you want while hunting for monsters or expeditioning for parts. And
Let's look for the campsite.
it's kind of a little bit easier. Downside is when you're expeditioning for monsters, there is some parts that you may not be able to get unless you're doing a quest. So that's a polite little heads up that anybody watching should be aware of.
Which means you can explore to your heart's content.
So we're going to be doing a lot of looking around for this part of our journey. What I usually do, there is a little bit of an Easter egg that I didn't know the first playthrough I had going through this, but I know now that I will happily give to you. Through every region, you meet a different tribe of little palico creatures, which is your little cat partner. And once you find that tribe, you find a way to get more gadgets and sort of learn how to ride other smaller monsters. Alright, that's some stuff I got.
Keeps track of where you are and where the scout.
And you can fast travel back while you're on the map, obviously, to any camp you have already found. But ultimately, the easiest way to find the camp of the kitty creatures is, well, obviously, through him, the Linian expert.
Hello.
They're all called Grimalkins. Which is each Grimalkin tribe is different depending on where you are. Depends on their name. Their name varies. Their species looks different. And each region offers a different gadget. And they're most likely found through these little doodles that just randomly end up on the walls. If you have the option to, look everywhere in every region. The point of an expedition is to farm, so if you have the option of looking around for stuff, look around for stuff. Get everything you need to get so you can get everywhere you need to get. I've played this game so many times, I have most areas memorized by heart. But it helps every so often to check your map and sort of gauge where you can find what, in case you forgot. Or in case you're fighting a monster and blanking like, oh crap, I need this thing and I thought I built it and didn't. Classic example would be tranq bombs and a trap to capture it.
You can assign a target destination.
Oh, hey, look at that. That's our old friend, the fire-breathing T-Rex.
Hey, partner.
Oh, don't worry. We're not going to fight it. We're not going to fight it. We're not ready for that. We are not ready for that level of smoke. The idea of fighting a dying dinosaur is fun. We are not ready. We're not ready.
I think we could build the camp here. Let's ask the head honchos.
An easy way to handle camp building stuff is the resource center thing in your pause menu. And it would be through delivery requests. Like this. Okay, so when we get back to Astera, we have everything we need to build that fast travel point that we just found. So, you know, yay us. I like to run around a lot, but I'm not oblivious to my stamina bar. Like, I know it's a thing. It's something that does have to be kept an eye on, especially for slow-moving players that have a lot of defensive weapons, like my character that's named after my friend. You can block using your stamina bar when you have a weapon like that. But once you run out of stamina, you know, blocking an attack isn't going to work, and you're just going to take that as damage. Always be careful. I cannot stress that enough. Always be careful. Oh, another micromanaging thing I do. Whenever I'm using an ammo weapon, like the heavy bowgun, when I want to use different types of special ammo, I always sort of overanalyze where I'm at. And so I can always have more of that ammo in case I need to fight a monster. Like that slashberry stuff I picked up for slicing ammo. If I'm fighting a monster there using the bowgun, I'm going to be using slicing ammo to sort of just shoot right through its health bar. So once I'm done with it, I can just refill there. How many different plants like that I can find lets me know how many extra shots I have to get through stuff. It's a good way to save some money. See? Stamina bar. I know I like to run around a lot because I'm impatient, but also I have to be very careful and keep my eye on my bar. Because if I don't, and I get into a fight with something, and I need that, I'm kind of screwed. I can be fast when I'm not... I can be fast with this character and run around when I'm not fighting, is the point. Okay, cool. Look everywhere for everything. That's basically the point of whenever you're expeditioning in Monster Hunter. Look everywhere for everything. Bomb berries make cluster bombs, which is a heavy bowgun exclusive thing. Sort of like a mortar shot. Just the reload time and being able to fire it consistently sucks so much. So if you're going to make a habit of using that, make sure you have some form of mod for your bowgun that will allow you to reload significantly quicker than you need.
You can fast travel back to camp simply by selecting it from the wildlife map.
Oh, that's another thing that help. Flash bugs. They make flash pods, which is a pod that shoots off a blinding light that can blind a monster. And if you're in a bind, it can help you get out of a sticky situation. Oh, come on, I'm definitely in this part of the map. Let me map this spot. There we go. I've wanted to stream this game for a little while because there's so much to do, and it will occupy many weeks, most likely months and months and months at a time.
Over here.
So the fun part of this is we're going to be here a while. And if another cool game comes out that may or may not have pre-ordered, I will set aside a day for one day I do this and another day I'll do another thing. You know, just to keep it simple. Thunderbugs are helpful when you want to make shock traps, which is a way to capture a monster. You set the trap, the monster is immobilized, and if you have tranq bombs like we've been gathering, you throw them on the ground and around the monster, and it usually just tires them out once they inhale the fumes, and then you capture the monster for everybody who is part of the research commission to come get and sort of research, so you can learn more about that stuff. That is a Grimalkin. One of the tribes of cat people that are native to this area. Which tribe it is, I'm not going to spoil the name. We'll find out in a minute. You are not getting away from me.
I think we could build.
What's funny, this is like 90% of person I know. You're not getting away from me, kitty. I will give you cuddles and hugs and love. I love that my eye just looked lopsided from this angle as I said that. Hi. I have no idea why you just stopped and waited there. I think he's climbed up. Let's follow Kitty. Yep. Once your stamina bar runs out while you're climbing stuff, you don't necessarily fall. But if you're hit by something while you're climbing, you will automatically fall. Okay, so now we know that this tribe of kitty people is the bug trappers.
Over here.
Okay, we got a new gadget. Let's go over it. The easiest way to do that is to go back to camp and talk to our palico. More often than not in our tent, our room back at Astera is the easiest way to change equipment around. And also, once you meet that tribe, you can learn to talk to some of the... Your kitty can learn to talk to some of the native animals around here, and it possibly gets you a ride. A ride or potential ally. So we've got the flash fly cage from these guys. It's a bug trapper thing that sort of stops monsters. So these guys have a bunch of traps and stuff that help them, as opposed to the Vigor Wasp spray that we have, where we automatically have a gadget that can just sort of heal us. Alright, so one of the things I want to do is return from expedition. See if we can get any more optional quests. And then just get back into gathering more stuff. Oh, it's out. Okay.
This expedition underway.
I can endure for a few minutes. This item pouch at the top part of it was like half empty before we started spelunking around and gathering stuff, and now it's almost out of room.
You can embark on an expedition just by heading out through the gate, or you can use the world map, whatever's easiest for you.
It's a good thing to keep in mind. You can either walk out the door or you can just accept the quest. Easiest way to leave. Armor, anything? Nada. Oh, we really do need to fight a lot more Jagras. Like a lot more. But no worries. I'm a capable guy. I can figure this out. Before we do anything else, since we now sort of have a gauge of how our weapons stand, we don't have enough to improve some stuff. Another thing for large monster hunting, mining outcrops, that'll help us. And this is the thing I was talking about, completing deliveries. We have stuff that they need / want, and we found a place to set up camp, but we can't do that for free. So we have to find whatever is in the required stuff to find, and however much we need. And then we can just click on it, accept the deliver thing, and now we have a new camp to look at. Let's travel to the new place, so we can sort of get a feel for everything. You can improve your weapons by upgrading them at the smithy using the materials you collect on hunts, be it metal, or ore, bones, or monster parts. Using monster parts, depending on which monster it is, can give you some sort of elemental boost. Or if you're using a bowgun, monsters might give you a varying different type of ammunition that you could use. So yeah. Now, we have a new travel site. We have a new fast travel point. So I can either just fast travel right back here, or I can fast travel right over there. That's a fishing person. You do come with a fishing rod, and you are able to catch fish and stuff. But those are other quests that involve that type of stuff that I don't typically indulge in. But there is one of those fishing quests that does get you a weapon. Problem is, the weapon you get for doing that is not a weapon that we are using. It's a dual blades thing. And we're using, for this character, a heavy bow gun and a gun lance. When you are collecting something that can automatically be used to craft something and you have it set to auto craft and you fill that part of your inventory completely of that thing, after it's fully crafted, you don't auto craft and you just have the extra materials just kept away in your item pouch. Gonna grab this. There's Jagras. I'm fully aware I'm gonna be fighting you again at some point because I need to. Oh, another thing. Depending on what monster you use to upgrade your stuff, especially using a gun, you can either have faster shots when you have that stuff set, or slower shots, but those slower shots more often than not auto reload. And it helps to keep an eye out for that. Spider webs are another way of making a type of trap that we're not going to use for this character. Spider traps and ivy are used to craft nets, which is a way to make a pitfall trap. There's two different types of traps because there's some traps that don't work on some monsters. And that's something we're going to find out way later on. So it helps to know that ahead of time, just in case. There's some monsters that are far higher than where we're at now that shock traps don't work against. And there's monsters far ahead of where we're at right now where pitfall traps don't work. And it helps to do your homework against these things. Always overanalyze and be super careful. Unless you know what you're doing and you already have have everything sort of scouted, in which case do what you do best, kill it however you want to kill it, or capture it for materials and glory. Just to say I've dragged it back kicking and screaming. Okay, those are ivy, and that's the other set of what you need to make nets for pitfall traps. Nullberry. More thunderbugs. The most I can hear for thunderbugs is 10. So I'm going to try to get a good few. Not a lot, but a good enough amount. All right. So, we gathered more materials, we've got more stuff. So before we keep going through the main quest, we're gonna go fight some Jagras. It's actually really hot in my room, so I'm gonna go grab a soda. I will be right back.
Okay, let's get this expedition underway.
Crap. I have returned. I stream from my room, and there's a mini fridge in my room, so I just have cold soda ready for me. It helps a lot. So, in multiplayer, you can enjoy expeditions and quests in a team of up to 4 players. Many quests can be joined while in progress. You cannot join a quest that you yourself have not already done. So that's a good thing to keep an eye out for. You know what? Sure, yeah. You want to see what the heavy bowgun can do? I don't usually use it against a Jagras. I usually use a melee weapon for up close against that. But I'd say I've got this thing pretty well equipped, so I can show the kind of damage it does. And then after that, I'll switch to the bone bowgun, and we can see that one's special move. Pretty sure you're okay with that. Yup. That's the SOS thing. You go to the pause menu during your quest, it'll be right here, and that's an automatic way to call for help for other people. You also get extra potions and supply stuff whenever you fight a monster. It's to sort of help prepare you. Also extra ammo if you're short and forgot to buy some. Or forgot to craft some.
Great! The scout flies have locked on to the scent of the monster. Be on the lookout for more tracks or traces. Now this is interesting. Let's report our findings to everyone at the resource center.
Oh, another thing I'm going to do, I'm going to prepare the finishing move, since I have a full meter of it, of the weapon I'm using. You see that blue picket fence above my ammo thing? When that meter is all the way full, you can edit your gun as a finishing move. You can't block while you're doing this, though, so that's something you got to be careful for. Yeah, when you're using a finishing move like that, you cannot block, so be careful. And make sure you're able to, at the very least, stun it so it can't attack you while you're doing that. We just sort of walked up to it and just started blasting. Thank you, Danny DeVito, for that meme. Oh, you're there.
Block axe to the head will change the monster's course.
Yup. There was some needleberry outside of this area, and needleberry makes spread shot, which is sort of like a shotgun shell blasting it. And every time you make, you get needleberry, you make spread shot. It takes 40. The most you can have up to is 80 whenever you farm for needleberry. So that tells me I've got 40 shots of spread ammo against this guy.
Dodge their attacks. You don't want to take hits like that head on.
This is not a weapon that's good at dodging. The heavy bowgun is not good at dodging, but since it's equipped with a shield, it is at the very least good at blocking.
That's a piercing pop. Powerful type of slinger ammo. That's able to pierce the thick shell of monsters.
You can also sort of fire through your weapon, if it's a weapon that blocks. Oh. I mean, I wasn't trying to kill it. I wanted to capture it, but I guess we're stronger than I thought. No worries. We can figure it out. All right. More stuff.
Okay, let's get this expedition underway. Meet me at the gate.
We have enough, according to our wish list, to make 1 and or 2 weapons that we already have, which is good for us. So we're gonna build it.
Embark on an expedition just by heading out through the gate. Or you can use the world map. Whatever's easiest for you.
Upgrade. All right. We're going to go through that quest again, and we are going to, this time, try to capture the big ugly guy, the Jagras. You get to pick, if you found a camp, where you spawn when you start a mission. But you got to be careful and sort of analyze where in that area that monster tends to show up. Jagras is the first big monster you go up against, and that's usually found around the first camp you find. So that's an easy one. You want to start over there. The other camps that are further in, you find other monsters as you sort of walk through that. And other monsters can tend to be found there. Oh. This is what I was talking about before. Your Palico can, when you find the Grimalkins of that area, can talk to monsters that can either have them help fight alongside you, or they can call that same species that they know how to talk to and sort of convince them to let you ride them. Sort of like a horse. Kind of. It helps to train every single one of those gadget things. What I do is whenever I'm done leveling something up, is that right after that's leveled up and it's higher than everything else, I like to use the other stuff after it and sort of level that up to keep it all evened out. Does not need to be called on right about now. He must be really hungry to not care about just getting blasted in the leg like that.
Now's your chance. Hit it with all you've got.
He missed. That's luck, okay? That right there is luck. That, on the other hand, was not.
The monster's been immobilized. Now's your chance.
A helpful thing to let you know when a monster is on edge is looking at the mini-map, which my head is kind of blocking right now. And if you see that monster on your mini-map that has a sort of skull icon coming out of it, that lets you know, hey, it's weak and it can be captured soon. And you're at a safe place to capture it.
Made an angry monster. Keep your distance and watch for a safe opening.
Or just watch him limp. I mean, I just wanted to stop it. The problem with piercing ammo is it literally just shoots right through the monster, inflicting more and more damage as it keeps going through. All right. I can capture monsters. The problem is that one's really weak. So it's going to be a little bit harder to capture. You know, because it's a pushover. That monster is the equivalent of the kid in high school who doesn't stand up for himself. Is like, stop picking on me. Just to set the scene of where that guy ranks in the food chain. He is sort of a predatory monster at a higher level of the ecosystem here, but he is nowhere near the top of that chain. Okay, see? Gadget proficiency. We leveled up the Vigor Wasp spray. So now that that's taken care of, right after we're done with this, we're going to switch over to the new gadget that we got from the bug trappers. The flashlight cage. See the wish list. Do we get everything we need? Oh, we did not. And if I remember correctly, a sharp claw is something we get from regular Jagras. And you know what? That's okay. That's okay. We don't need to do that quest again. We can just find smaller Jagras and shoot the heck out of them. Oh, that little chat bar thing is also a helpful little thing to know about. Because if you don't have a headset, a microphone, or a chat in it enabled automatically, that's a way to sort of get your message across. The problem is it's significantly slower, and you got to make sure you're in a safe place to send a message like that. Otherwise, you're boned. Now let me show you what I was talking about with the different special moves for bowguns. You saw Wyvern Heart, which was the finisher move for the iron bowgun. The finisher move for the bone bowgun is Wyvern Snipe, which is sort of a sniper fire weapon.
Time limit or cap on how many times you're allowed to faint, which means you can explore to your heart's content.
But I'm not going to use that against weaker thing like a Jagras like we're supposed to kill. I would not have just thrown a ready to go ammo shot like that on the ground and just be like, F it. I would have been like, no, this is still good. We need this. Hey, buddy. Walking by us acting all tough. Like we don't know we can just ace the heck out of him. But he is not our problem. We need a smaller guy like him. We can definitely fight him later on because one of our weapon builds does require more of fighting that guy. Actually, wait, what am I doing?
The monsters are fighting each other?
Oh yeah, that's another fun thing to look out for. Some monsters fight other monsters.
Hurry up before you get noticed again.
Not all of them,
Hey, partner!
but there are some monsters that will engage and fight each other. Alright, we're gonna try carving from these guys, see if we can find something we need. Nice! I don't know if we need, I don't think we need regular Jagras hide. I think we're good on that. However, since we got everything we more than kind of sort of need to get, we can just spelunk around and find more stuff to sort of keep our supply good. I'm a pessimist, so after every mission I do, whenever I finish either trying to capture or trying to kill a monster, and I use up that stuff, after the quest, I will just return to one of the sort of base camps that are in this environment area. Like we've got 2 that are unlocked right now, since I have the option to do it, and I will just go around and resupply. Because staying on top of your stuff is important. Just keep looking around and looking around and looking around for more. There's specific herbs that you can find for making more antidotes. And antidotes are good for curing poison. And there's some monsters that poison a lot, so you want to have a bunch of those ready. The null berries you keep seeing me grabbing, those little blue berry herbs that aren't latch berries for piercing ammo, is good for sort of curing every other stat change you're afflicted with. That doesn't involve you being on fire. Because being on fire, all you have to do is just, stop, drop, and roll. It's funny, even in the game, in a video game like this, stop, drop, and roll is the best way to handle being on fire. The more I talk, the more it makes sense. I put almost 4,000 hours into this game, doesn't it?